Hi, I'm Michael, and I went to the biggest Joe Dispenza retreat in August 2022 last year. It was in Switzerland, in Basel, and we were over 7,000 people. And in this video, I tell you what happened there, if it's worth it, what was absolutely great, and some tiny things which weren't. So stick around, please. Okay, the progressive retreats are usually 2 days and with 2 hours on Friday, so actually 3 days, but only in the evening 2 hours, and then the whole Sunday, the whole Saturday and the whole Sunday. We arrived, I live in Germany, so it wasn't that far. We arrived in Basel, Switzerland. I went with my friend Friday evening, and in those 2 hours in the evening, Dr. Joe explains some basic stuff, you know, but nothing special, but it's important. So you get tuned in to what's coming. And what happens in a progressive retreat is you learn firsthand from Dr. Joe.
Using your body as the instrument of consciousness.
Even if you read his books like I did, if you watched hundreds of YouTube videos, and I knew often his exact sentences he was about to say, but still, it's so much better when you sit there with thousands or hundreds of other people, or thousands in my case, and listen to this, listen to these things which are really much better. And also some things he explains in more detail. For example, the breathing technique. I mean, this was the first time I really learned a lot about the breathing technique, and I'll do a separate video about that. So if you like, subscribe. What we did was lecturing, of course, a lot. Then we meditated. On Saturday, I think it was 2 times. On Sunday, I think it was 3 times. It was the brain-heart coherence meditation. It was the changing beliefs and perceptions meditation. In the evening on Sunday, it was blessing of the energy centers 1. And it's great to do all these meditations with Dr. Joe live there. It's really fascinating. What happened to me in this I mean, so if you would like to know if it's worth it to go to a progressive retreat, I would say absolutely yes, because if you live near when a progressive retreat happens, then go there. I mean, even if you have to drive a car or train 4, 5, 6, 7 hours, that's fine. I would not go to a progressive retreat if I have to fly a long time or anything. Then I would rather go to a week-long workshop. So what happened to me is the following. I didn't have real big mystical experience or something like that, but first, I think it was the second meditation. My stomach hurt. I mean, I have an issue there, and my back hurts. I show you the photo. Is the chairs, they are not that comfortable. After a while, your back might hurt. But I started meditating. You know, you have to imagine 7,000 people, and you close your eyes, and you feel the energy, but you don't feel 7,000 people like some that's uncomfortable or something. No, in contrary, it's really so awesome. And I thought I had to quit because of my pain, back pain and my stomach pain, but I continued because, you know, there are 7,000 people with closed eyes. Everyone's meditating. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe is standing there, making the guided meditation. And I didn't want to open my eyes. And after a few minutes further in the meditation, my back pain and my pain in the stomach completely disappeared. Completely. When I meditate at home, and I meditate every day, I probably would have quit. But that time I didn't, and it was amazing. It was also one downside in that event was that, I mean, it's in the progressive retreats, they don't have testimonials. So, you know, the YouTube videos where the people are standing there and they talk about how they healed and how magical stuff happened to them. I mean, it's not magic. That doesn't happen there. And I thought that's one downside, because I wished that at least one person would have stood there and talked about it. But it still was amazing. But one other thing happened to me. I mean, you know the YouTube testimonials where people tell about the official Dr. Joe Dispenza YouTube testimonials, where people heal and tell their story. And on the stage, the one person, it was Evie, she had a great testimonial in 2022. She is from the Netherlands. She had cancer in her whole body, and the testimonial is 20 or 30 minutes long. And she healed, and she didn't, and then she healed again, and she completely healed. And this, I watched this testimonial so often, and that exact person, Evie, was standing there on the stage, didn't talk about her story, but she is the board member of that inner research fund, which are they are funding research for Dr. Joe Dispenza things, and she just talked a few sentences, and then still 7,000 people there. She was I was sitting in the back, and she was walking down the aisle, and it happened that she walked past by me, and just it was an impulse. I stood up and approached her and said to her, "I watched your testimonial so often, Evie, and it brings me to tears every time, and it's such an inspirational testimonial. You can't believe that." And I'm crying now, and she hugged me and said thank you, and it was really and I was there with that person who healed herself from a health condition with no hope. It was so, I don't know, I can't explain it. It's it was something out of this world. And I went back to my chair, and by the way, I linked the video below. You have to really, if you don't know it, you have to watch it. It's amazing. And that was one thing that happened to me. Besides the meditation where my pain went away. So I'm sorry. That was the most. I mean, I have other YouTube channels, by the way, and usually I speak much better. That was probably the most confusing video ever. But I just wanted to let you know if a progressive retreat is worth it, and I would say absolutely yes. I mean, you meditate not that often, like in a week long. There are no testimonials, but it's still such a great experience, and you cannot explain that when you close your eyes and Dr. Joe Dispenza is live there doing his meditations, and around you are 7,000 other people, and that's really, really amazing. By the way, three tips when you go to a progressive workshop. My first tip is talk to the volunteers and talk to the staff members. They're all around there. They have, if you want to know anything, or just talk to them, just talk to the volunteer. I talked to one volunteer and asked her how often, what she did before, and anything. And it's really great because these people are so helpful, and they tell you everything. The second thing is talk to other people. They are like-minded people like you, and it's so easy to connect with others, and so inspiring. I met one guy who had a business, and he did nothing else, nothing different, just meditated, worked with Dr. Joe Dispenza's things, and his revenue tripled. The third thing is, if you go to a progressive retreat, book a nice hotel. We went to a hotel, we thought we only there in the evening, it was really that cheap modular thing, and you were only there in the evening, but you want to relax in a nice environment. And I wish I would have booked a much nicer hotel. Really, the few extra bucks won't hurt. Do it. Okay. Watch my other. I hope I have another video online when I've uploaded this one. Watch my other ones, and my channel is all about Dr. Joe Dispenza. So if you like to watch it, you're welcome. See you in the void.